Hi, my name is Jake, and I am a bookish drummer. So for this video, I'll be talking about my August TBR, all the books that I plan on getting to in the month of August. However, don't be surprised if I don't end up getting to all of these books, because at the very beginning of August, I will of course be visiting Stacy in Canada. So for like the first 9 days in August, I will be in Canada, probably not doing a lot of reading. And then when I get back, I'll probably be working a lot. And so if I don't get to all of these books, that's probably why. But of course, I'm going to try my best to get to all of these books anyway. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So let's quickly talk about some of the Stephen King I'll be reading in August. And of course, the first one I'll mention is Nightmares and Dreamscapes, which we started the read-along for this last month in July. Going very well. It's going better than I thought it would. Like, I always remembered this collection not being very good, but some of the first stories that we've read have been actually pretty good, including Suffer the Little Children, which is probably my favorite in this collection. So hopefully the trend continues, but I definitely know that there's going to be some in August that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I will be very interested to see what you guys think of it. So, of course, we'll be continuing with Nightmares and Dreamscapes. And then my Patreon winner was Patrick, and the book that he wants me to read by Stephen King is actually a Richard Bachman book called Rage, and I don't have a physical copy of that because it's very expensive and rare, but I do have the Bachman books, and within the Bachman books, it is the first book. It's definitely my least favorite Richard Bachman book, and it's one of my least favorite Stephen King books overall, but it'll be interesting to actually just finish out all of the Bachman books, because when me and Josephina did our read-along, I told her, like, I don't really want to read Rage. I'm not a huge fan of it. And she was like, okay. And as it turns out, I'm reading it anyway, because Patrick wants me to read it. So that'll be another one that I read. Hopefully I don't have a terrible time with it. And then, of course, I took a break from The Dark Tower in July. I was supposed to read Wolves of the Kala, but I took a little bit of a break from it. I think this is actually going to be a really good airport read. Speaking of visiting Stacy in Canada, I'm going to listen to this on my way there, like on my plane ride there to Canada, and then on my way back. Hopefully I can get a large chunk of that read, and then I'll wrap it up in August. Probably my least favorite Dark Tower book, this and Wind Through the Keyhole, probably my least favorites. But yeah, I'm still going to enjoy it because it's Dark Tower, so that's all the King I'm going to read. And then the winner for Guess the Beat, which is a really fun game that I play on my Discord where I post drum beats and you guys have to guess what they are. The winner for that in July was BC Fortenberry, and the book that he wants me to read for the month of August is one of his favorite Kurt Vonnegut books, Hocus Pocus. Now, I've had mixed feelings about Kurt Vonnegut. I've loved some of his books, and then some of his books just didn't quite work for me, but I've heard good things about this one, so I'll be very interested to jump into this one. I have no idea what it's about. I think maybe it has something to do with cults, if I remember correctly, but I really have no recollection. So yeah, it'll be fun to jump back into Kurt Vonnegut, and hopefully this one turns out to be good. Another book I really want to get to in August will be Shortfall, which is the sequel to Foundryside by Robert Jackson Bennett. Me and Stacy Buddy read Foundryside. That was a reread for her and first time read for me. I loved it, gave it 4.5 stars. Be very interested to jump back into the sequel. I've heard great things about it. I've heard some people say that it's even better than the first book. So definitely very interested to, hopefully get to it. And then hopefully in September, me and Stacy are going to be doing sequel September. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get to the third book in September. But of course, that's predicated on reading this in August. So hopefully I can get to it. Another book I really want to get to is actually a reread for me, and that will be The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell, one of my all-time favorite Lisa Jewell books. And the main reason I want to reread this is because her new book, The Family Remains, comes out in August. I can't remember if it's mid-August or late August, but it's coming out, and it's actually a direct sequel to The Family Remains, or The Family Upstairs. Oh boy. But yeah, like I said, this is one of my favorite Lisa Jewell books, and I was very intrigued when I heard that I was getting a sequel. So I'm definitely gonna read this and then jump right into the sequel, The Family Remains. Hopefully right when it comes out. Again, I can't remember quite what the release date is, but either way, Lisa Jewell, one of my all-time favorite authors, so I'm always excited to read new stuff by her. And then I have a couple of books that I want to read that I don't own physically, but I'm able to listen to them on audio. One of them, for sure, I'm going to listen to is Stephen Graham Jones' new book. I believe it's called The Babysitter Lives. And I had no idea that this was even a thing. Apparently, it's like an audio-only book. And I just randomly stumbled upon it on Audible. And I was like, wait a minute, I've never heard of this. And so, yeah, I'm definitely going to listen to that. No idea when exactly I'll fit it into August, but for sure, I will be listening to that. It's quite short. I think it's like 7 hours, so I can definitely fit it in. Another book that I'm simultaneously excited for, but also a little anxious that I might not be able to fit it into August, would be Babble by R.F. Kuang, another author that I'm really excited to get new stuff from her. I loved the Poppy War trilogy, and this is supposed to be like completely different. It's supposed to be like dark academia, which I've never really read, I don't believe. But yeah, I'm very interested to read this, although, like I said, I have a limited time in August to actually read. And if I have to not read one of these, it would probably be that one. I could probably just wait to read that another month, but hopefully I can actually get to it. I'm very excited. And then the last book I'll mention is a book that if I can get to it, it would be terrific, but I have very little hope that I can actually fit it into August. And that would be The City of Brass, which comes highly recommended to me from Stacy. She loves this book, and she's actually reread it twice, but she's never continued on. So she wants me to read it in August, and then, like I said, for sequel September, the plan is to try to read at least book 2, maybe even book 3. If I like it, I know she's going to read it because she loves City of Brass. So we'll see. I don't really know that much about it. All I know is that she loves it, and that a lot of people that I know who have read it also love it. So I'm excited to possibly get to it, but at the same time, I'm going to prioritize some of my favorite authors. Lisa Jewell, R.F. Kuang, Stephen Graham Jones, right? So they all have books coming out, and then of course Stephen King. So if I can get to it, that'd be great, but maybe not. We'll see. All right, and that is my very quick video, my August TBR video. All of the books that I plan on getting to in the month of August. I probably won't have time for all of these, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just hit like some kind of stride and just read a ton of books, but I don't know about that. But anyway, are you excited for any of these books that I talked about? And also, what are some of your books that you're going to read in August that you're excited about? Please leave all those great comments down in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and the Bookish Drummer Discord. And if you'd like to further support me financially, go check out my Patreon page and see what that's all about. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a terrific day.